Let's talk to Clem Chambers. He's the founder of ADVFN. Very good morning to you, young Clem.
Hi, Nick.
Right, market turmoil. It looks like a bit of a mess out there to me. What are you thinking?
It's a mess out there, Nick. It's a real mess out there. I mean, I'm increasingly bearish. I mean, I haven't been very bullish for quite a long time, but
Yep.
I'm pretty bearish now, and it could go. Looks like it could go a lot lower. I'm hanging on in there, which is not really like me, because I think my strategy has been that we're in a situation where we're in a sideways to bearish trend this year, and we get saved by the central banks, and so you sell the top and you buy the bottom of this range. Well, we're sort of like maybe halfway down this range, or maybe nearish the bottom perhaps. But if you believe in the range, you just hang on in there. But it's a pretty a nail-biting situation when you think you're in a range, and it could be that you're just at the top of a very long bull market that's about to kind of keel over dead.
Well, one sort of ray of confidence, I guess, is the S&P, I think, traced back to its 50-day moving average in the last 24 hours. I know that some technical analysts are suggesting that a top is in place, and the fundamentals don't look great to me. The sentiment doesn't look great, but again, picking tops is so difficult, isn't it?
Very, very difficult to pick a top. You could easily say we're in the last half of a Head and Shoulders. You could easily decide that is the case, and looks like it to me. But I do believe there is this range. But then, if you start being political about it, and you're looking at US elections on the cards, you're looking at Trump's war on trade, then you can really kind of understand why we would have had a top. Obviously, you've got a little bit of difficulty with Italy going on, so you can see that in the whole of Europe. So you're not even looking at Brexit causing this trouble. So it's a very bearish picture. But I do believe in this range. But I think my finger's on the trigger, and I don't think it would take much from here to push me to pull that trigger. But it's still possible to be bullish, and it's been impossibly bullish for so long now. It's hard to imagine that we have got a top, because if there is a top, this is a top after a long period of markets rising against all the odds.
Understood. Now, I read recently that they reckon the central banks have been hoarding gold. Are the central banks hoarding Bitcoin at this stage?
I don't think anybody's hoarding Bitcoin. Certainly not central banks. Yes, well, Bitcoin is an extremely interesting technical situation. We've gone through this massive flag. We're getting into this tighter and tighter range. And, I'm not a great lover of markets that fall and then go sideways, because I always kind of imagine that 3 or 4 times out of 5, you're going to take another leg down.
Yeah.
But there is a firm $6,000 base on Bitcoin. If you want to see it as a base, it's a very, very strong base. If you want to see it as a end of the bear market, you can see it like that. I want to buy some cheap Bitcoin, so I'm willing it on to fall down to $2,500. I don't think I'm going to be right, but I'm not going to be riding this Bitcoin up at this price. I don't think I'm just accumulating crypto. All the altcoins are dead as doornails, so that's a very interesting place to look. But Bitcoin is I would say looks very strong at 6,000, but I'm expecting it. I'm hoping for it to take another leg down. I'm slowly accumulating Bitcoin at this level. I'm accumulating some altcoins at this level because they are really crushed. But I think it's highly likely we could get another step down for all of that category, and it's going to happen very soon, because that base is from the lower highs and maintained lows is getting into a narrow range, and the breakout there is going to be one way or the other, and you jump on the break because you can't tell whether it's going to go up or down. But when it does break, it's going to break for the border. And I'm hoping that border is a low border so I can load up, but it's not listening to me. It'll do what it does, but it's definitely in a turning point, a very, very, very strong turning point at the moment. So that's the one to watch.
Clem, on that note, we've run out of time. That's Clem Chambers, the founder of ADVFN. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Nick. Wish you better.